Give me extensive full details on potential hazards in oil and gas industry. Extensive overview. Potential hazards in the oil and gas industry. The oil and gas industry is among the most hazardous work environments in the world. Its risks stem from volatile materials, complex equipment, challenging locations, and the high-pressure nature of daily operations. The following sections provide a comprehensive breakdown of the major hazards faced in this sector. 1. Explosions and fires. Root causes: ignition of flammable gases such as well gases, vapors, hydrogen sulfide, originating from wells, trucks, production equipment, or surface equipment like tanks and shale shakers. Ignition sources: static electricity, electrical equipment, open flames, lightning, cigarettes, welding tools, hot surfaces, and frictional heat. Consequences: potential for catastrophic incidents involving loss of life, injuries, extensive property damage, and environmental harm. 2. Chemical exposure and toxic releases. Hazards. Workers may be exposed to hazardous chemicals such as hydrocarbons, hydrogen sulfide, solvents, drilling fluids, corrosives, leading to health issues. Acute effects: respiratory distress, burns, poisoning, asphyxiation. Chronic effects: cancer, neurological problems, long-term respiratory conditions. Typical situations: leaks, spills, equipment failures, fluid transfers, and accidental releases. Atmospheric risks: certain gases may create oxygen-deficient or toxic atmospheres, especially in confined spaces. 3. Vehicle collisions. Why it's prevalent: frequent transportation of workers and equipment to remote sites. Long commutes and shift patterns lead to drowsy or distracted driving. Significance: vehicle accidents are the leading cause of fatalities for oil and gas field workers, responsible for over 40% of work-related deaths in this industry. 4. Struck by, caught in, and caught between hazards. Mechanisms: moving vehicles, swinging or falling equipment, high-pressure lines, cranes, elevator bales. Impact: about 60% of on-site fatalities are related to these incidents. Risks are exacerbated by heavy moving machines and manual handling tasks. 5. Falls, slips, and trips. Contributing factors: working at heights, platforms, derricks, scaffolding, ladders, slippery surfaces, oil, mud, water, chemicals, cluttered workspaces, and uneven ground. Consequences: serious injuries or deaths, if proper fall arrest mechanisms and procedures are not followed. 6. Confined space hazards. Environments: storage tanks, mud pits, reserve pits, excavations. Risks: oxygen-deficient or toxic atmospheres, asphyxiation, chemical poisoning, ignition of flammable vapors, physical entrapment. Procedures: must be classified as permit-required confined spaces, thoroughly tested and continuously monitored before and during entry. 7. Equipment and mechanical failures. Examples: failure of pumps, pressure vessels, valves, drilling rigs, or poorly maintained tools can result in blowouts, leaks, or mechanical injuries. Mitigation: rigorous maintenance, inspection, and quality control are critical to minimize risks. 8. Fatigue and human error. Causes: long shifts, night work, challenging weather, and remote locations. Consequences: increased risk of incidents due to reduced vigilance and impaired reaction. 9. Environmental hazards. Impact: oil spills, leaks, and improper disposal of chemicals can cause. Contamination of soil and water. Air pollution from flaring and venting. Habitat destruction and long-term ecological damage. Regulatory concerns: strict environmental controls and emergency planning are required. 10. Ergonomic and physical hazards. Repetitive movements, manual handling, lifting, twisting, and awkward postures can lead to musculoskeletal injuries. Other physical hazards: heat stress, noise, vibration, extreme weather conditions. 11. Electrical hazards. Causes: exposure to live electrical circuits, damaged wiring, and improper lockout-tagout procedures can cause severe shocks or electrocution. 12. Dropped objects. Incidents: tools or materials dropped from height can cause serious injuries. Prevention: proper securing of tools and materials is essential. Summary table: leading hazards in oil and gas. The table shows hazards including explosions and fires with consequences of death, injury, property and environmental loss, contributing factors of leaks, poor maintenance, and ignition. Additional mitigation strategies: training, comprehensive safety and emergency response training. Maintenance: regular documented inspection and repair of equipment. PPE: use of personal protective equipment such as respirators, hard hats, gloves, flame-resistant clothing. Procedures: strict adherence to permit-to-work systems, hot work permits, and lockout-tagout protocols. Monitoring: continuous atmospheric and hazard monitoring, especially in confined spaces. Reporting: robust incident reporting and hazard identification culture. The hazards described demand meticulous attention to safety by all organizations and personnel involved in oil and gas operations. Adherence to best practices, strict regulatory compliance, and a safety-first culture are essential to minimizing risks and safeguarding lives, property, and the environment.